Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reading with Ayo. This is episode 42. My name is Ayo Lawrence, and today I have a friend with me today. And when I say a friend, I just met this lady on Wednesday, and when I met her, her energy, uh, you know, uh, our why resonated so much with me that we just ate off a friendship straight away. And there's something I always try to tell people is networking is not about just meeting people. Network is about building relationships. So me and David Burrows, that most of you guys know and has been on the show, we connected, and just like he connected with Aisha, and like, oh, Aisha, you be a good host to talk to Ayo, somebody to talk to Ayo, and we and Aisha got talking, and it was really, really great, and I just enjoyed that we got to meet. But Aisha, I want you to introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us, who you are.
Yeah, wow, that's like one of the best introductions I've ever received, honestly. And I'm gonna say something about how we connected, like last Wednesday, was through a mutual friend, David, and a big shout out to David for making the introduction. But you're exactly right that networking is so much more than just having this professional connection, because once we met, we started talking about how you're a cyclist.
Yes.
And you ride 150 miles a week, and I was like, whoa, that's something I need to aspire for, right? I mean, I'm a runner, but I don't bike as much. And I was super impressed and inspired by your cycling journey. Then we talked about books, and you read 100 books a year. Whoa, kudos to you, Ayo.
No.
I don't even know if I can reach that goal, but something to aspire to. So right away, I felt like, we have that bond of inspiring people around us. And that was the connection that I always look in people when I meet them the first time. So that was right there. And thanks for having me on your show. So a little bit about myself right now, current self, I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to take you guys through my journey in life, because you know how they say that everything that happens to you happens for a reason, and that it brings you to the point that you are at this time. So, and that's exactly what happened to me. So I'm a human movement specialist for busy desk-bound professionals. And my mission in life is to help the desk-bound professionals live a better and healthy life by embracing the upright posture. I didn't start here, though. So my fitness journey started 8 years ago when I just entered a spinning classroom, and I just went on the stage and started teaching spinning class. That was the first time I was teaching a spinning class. Now, 2 years prior to that, I started embracing fitness classes and fitness gyms because I became a stay-at-home mom after my experience as an IT specialist for 5 years. But the thing is, like, before this transition, I was already feeling burnt out in my current job. And so while I was staying at home, I asked one of my friends, I don't know what to do. I normally see you out in the neighborhood, and you're always like excited and joyous, and I'm seeing this energy in you. And she had 4 little girls too, almost the same age as my kids. I have 3 boys, just for perspective. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, can you share with me? Like, what is it? Hook me, whatever you have. Hook me up.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, there's a gym down the road. There's a health club where I go to almost every day of the week, and they have babysitting for 2 hours. So while you work out, you can have the kids over there, and they're awesome. The girls are awesome at the babysitting club. And I'm like, oh, sure. Yeah, let's go next week together. together. So we went together, and that's how my fitness journey started. I started making friends, and I would go like religiously, like 2 hours every day, and just work out on the floor, then go to the fitness classes. So I started feeling the strength within my body. And then I also started feeling the change happening within my mind. I started standing up for myself,
Mm.
right? I was just a happy person to be around.
Mm.
I knew that, I could give back to my family in a better way than I was doing before, because before I was always like exhausted and worried about work or the kids and what's going on. But all of a sudden, as I started working out and I started finding this strength in my body, I started realizing I can streamline the processes. I can actually organize my life better. And all of that honestly happened because I had a stronger body. So I tell my colleagues who are business owners now, I tell them it's strong body, strong mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really intrigued me to actually start as a fitness professional in the fitness space. And I am originally from Pakistan. My parents are from Pakistan. I was born here, but raised in Pakistan, and then I came back here for higher education. But I was never exposed to fitness and physical fitness activities as much, because that's not what my culture works around. And that's something that these are the opportunities. Now they're getting better back home for women in our country, but at the time when I was there, they weren't available. So I have been really passionate in working in this field, because I want to bring awareness to the women that this is a big part of who you are. And physical fitness, having better connection with your body, which you can establish through physical fitness, is actually self-care for yourself, your family, and your work. Once you have your own pitcher filled, you're going to be able to pour from it.
No. I just, one thing you talked about is the cultural aspect of working out. Seriously, when I used to live in Nigeria when I was younger, nobody worked out that much, right? But now when you go back to Nigeria, there's a gym everywhere, everybody's working out. There's a cultural shift in that mindset, because I think one thing you said as well, like when you work out, it makes you feel invisible. And, there was there's one time that I wasn't really working out before. Like during the pandemic, I started working out a lot. Like I could feel the change in my mindset. I could feel the change in my body. I can feel I was happy. Like working out became that big part of me that helped me to, really change every aspect of me. So like I started being more creative. Everything around me was easy, because if I conquered a 20-mile bike ride in the morning, and when I come in, I knew I could conquer anything. Like that thing just helps me to conquer, because like it gives you strength, it gives you hope, it gives you the ability to say, hey, I can do this if I can do that.
Ayo, you bring up a very good point, because I was sharing my Strava run today with one of my friends on Facebook. And she said to me, oh, wow, this is awesome. And I was like, yeah, running is my superpower. Just like you said, it gives you perspective to do better. You're like, oh, if I can ride 20 miles today, I can do anything. So it really changes that mindset. Especially endurance sports give you the mindset to persevere. To have grit to carry on.
Yes.
And I think it really pours into all the other aspects of our life.
Yeah. If you cannot quit running a 5 mile, doing a 5 mile, I'm telling you, you might never quit anything. Because like running, it's one of the things that every time you go running, you want to quit. But the moment you keep persevering and keep going, seriously, you will get, like, that's how you will take it into your personal life, into everything you're doing. And it gives you very, a very positive mindset, and it's an opportunity working out and running and doing everything. Get I take it as a time for myself as well, because it's a place whereby I think I get motivation for myself, and I just relax as well. It does all these things for you. I don't know if that's the impact it has on me.
You're right. So you're exactly right that when you're running, you want to stop almost
Yeah,
every step of the next
yeah,
stride. You're like,
yeah,
oh, I don't really know if I can make it, right?
yeah, yeah,
And that happens to me, especially during marathons.
yeah,
You know how we marathoners say that there are two races
yeah,
in a marathon distance. It's a 26.2 distance,
yeah,
but the first race is to reach the 20-mile marker.
yeah, yes, yes,
And then the second race is to run the last 6.2 miles, because those are extremely hard on your body. You have depleted almost all the glycogen in your bloodstream at
yeah,
that point.
yeah,
And we know that if we don't have glycogen in the blood, our brain doesn't like that, right? So
yeah.
our brain starts playing tricks on us.
Silence.
And it's a really mental game at that point where your brain keeps on telling you, and your legs are sore and body is sore, and keeps on telling you to stop, stop, stop. You know what? There's an exit right there. Just jump off. Jump off the course.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
To yourself.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the fact that you realize that you have come so far, you have trained for this event for 4 months. And you have built your body up. You are like, no, I can't do that to myself, right?
Yeah.
I have to persevere on this road. There is a purpose for this race that I'm running. And that applies to our race in life, right? This is it. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I always say that to my friends. It's not a sprint. If it was not that sprinters are not awesome. No. They are.
They are awesome. Oh my. Yeah.
They are. They're really. They work out so hard to get that 100-meter run, and I respect that so much. But the fact that you are there for such a long term, going on that road with focus, and then that mental grit, there's something beautiful around it.
Yeah.
And how can't women who embrace that, whatever it looks like, maybe it looks like a fitness class, maybe it looks like a yoga class a day, maybe that looks like going on a hike with your kids on the weekends, right? Whatever that form of movement is, that's gonna change the life of your kids and your family and your workplace and your team at work, right? Because you're gonna give so much better. So that is self-care for women. And I am on a mission to help women embrace movement.
No, that's wonderful.